Hey guys, welcome to another Anal Agreement video. Today we have an exciting review because it is our first review out of patch 1.06 in Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer. So we are looking at the assault rifle, the Mattock. It was one of my first reviews and a lot of people are obsessed by it, whether it be the devs always making reference to it in their live streams or you guys who have had fonder times with it. The Mattock has had a nice overhaul as of patch 1.06. Now at rank 1, instead of doing 50 damage, it does 90. That is a huge increase. Obviously mine's higher because I have got it to rank 5, etc. And it's had an increased magazine size from 16 to 20. Its other stats read the same as a rate of fire of 405, max ammo of 312, and accuracy of 70, and weight of 19. The gameplay you are seeing is recorded on silver, just because in the live stream they said now uncommons should be used on silver and they won't be very effective in gold. That's where you should start using your rares, etc. So now, from now on in reviews, I'm going to try and match it. So if it's an uncommon, I'll use it in silver. If it's a rare or above, I will use it in gold, etc. So our Mattock has obviously seen a nice overhaul, and in my first review of it before patch 1.06, I wasn't a massive fan. I found it to just be A bit clunky, and B, not to do very much damage. That was a problem with a lot of the assault rifles. I must say the Mattock has been improved substantially as of this update. Obviously the numbers read well. It's basically had nearly a double increase in its damage rate, which is nice to see, and it really does pull off in game. As you can see in the gameplay, you can probably put in about 12 bullets into an enemy, a brute enemy, to kill them on silver. That isn't too bad. Combine that with turbocharge, which you can also see will also improve it. Rate of fire is still just as fast as you can pull that trigger, which is nice to see. Turbocharge doesn't really help it in that way to increase rate of fire, because really it does depend on how quickly you can tap that trigger, but you do get substantially more damage off on it if you're using turbocharge, so it would be a nice character to use on the likes of the Turian Havoc Trooper. As you can see, I'm using it a lot on the Asari Adept. That was because I wanted to try out combo increases as of patch 1.06, but you can see that it is a very nice gun to use. It does a lot more damage than before. It's a very nice long range weapon as well. It can be used at any range, but I found it nice to be able to sit back with it and shoot enemies that are quite far away. I found this to be quite a big problem before patch 1.06. I don't think it's something that's been improved specifically to this gun, but I feel like you can get a lot more damage off at long range of it now, just because of those substantial improvements, mainly its damage. Moving further, it is a very solid gun now, and it's not the solidest of guns. I reckon if we look at other guns there'll be more substantial changes than this, but it is an underpinning that the Mattock does feel like an assault rifle now. It feels like your bog standard sort of weapon you'd go to. It's not too special, nothing amazing about it. It's just there. It's a gun, it's usable. If you're somebody who's coming into the game, you're not too sure on what powers to use, how effective they can be, etc., and you want to start off, the Mattock is a nice gun to use just because it does feel plain and simple. Moving on to another thing, you may be able to see that personally I believe that critical hits have been improved as of 1.06. Again, this isn't something specific to the gun, but it does improve gunplay overall, and it's something that definitely helps the Mattock. Now, as you can see, you're able to shoot an enemy in the head and get the critical hit off. This may sound a bit bizarre, you may be like, well, that's always what happens, but I found before 1.06 sometimes you get off critical hits and it wouldn't register. Now it seems like that registry has been improved, so overall that does improve our Mattock, allows it to do more damage, and it is an accurate weapon, so of course you are looking to do critical hits with it. So that overhaul in game has also helped the Mattock, if it's not something specifically that's been altered about the Mattock itself. That does make for a better gameplay scenario, but I must admit that sometimes hit registry is a bit off. I was shooting enemies in the head and I wasn't necessarily getting the critical hits, but overall I can see critical hits have been improved, so that is another thing that goes in favour of the Mattock. I like the fact it had a max clip size increase to 20. I reckon if you're efficient, if you modify this gun, etc., you'll be able to kill 2 brute enemies within 1 clip. That is a substantial improvement, whereas before you were able to put maybe 1.5 clips into a brute enemy and not kill them, depending on how you set up the gun if you didn't have anything on it. Now it's been substantially improved. I wasn't really calling for a max clip size increase before, but now that they've done it, it's nice. It just improves the gun overall. It's not something specific that was needed. Obviously what was needed was that damage upgrade, which is really nice, but now the max clip size has kind of made it more effective in a way that I wouldn't expect it to, so that was really nice to see. So overall the Mattock is a nice solid gun to use now. Obviously it's not going to be an absolute amazing gun. If your bog standard gun, modify it how you want. Use it with turbocharge, etc. Any skill that will boost it, and you will be soon see it doing a lot of damage. It's a very nice gun if you like accuracy, get critical hits off, etc. But obviously there are guns that are going to be better than it in the rare and ultra rare category. That's what BioWare are aiming for now. But for an uncommon gun on silver, it is very nice to use and a very effective weapon. So there we go, that is our first review as of patch 1.06. It is the Mattock. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Make suggestions of what you want me to review next. If it's a previous review I've done, it's fine. As of now, it feels like the floods come in and I'm able to just do all these reviews again because so many guns have been overhauled. There's a video specifically on me asking for your requests, so if you could leave your requests on that video as well. This may sound a bit clickbaity, but it's not. If you can leave your requests on that one, it'll be a lot better because I can gather the information in one place. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope the other guns I go on to review are improved in such a way as the Mattock. Cheers.